Good afternoon, everyone. I am sitting on my porch today. I'm off. Today is Monday, and I just had to come get a breather. It's actually kind of decent out here, and the sun would not be shining as bright as it was when I peeped out here the first time. So, I am sitting on my porch, but you know what? I think I might go back in only because my doorbell is out here, and then not only that, the doorbell that they stole is out here, and they could be listening to my conversation. I don't really give a damn, but it is what it is. So anyway, I'm not going to be brief. I have a few things I want to touch base this on and recap. So first of all, y'all, excuse my face. I don't have my lashes on, and my hair is totally not done. Okay, it's toe up under here. So anyway, I just want to recap. So I went to a revival last night at the let me make sure because I don't want to say the wrong church name because put the wrong church out there. You know what I want to say before I say what I'm saying. So I don't know if you guys know, but I follow Prophet Brian Carn Jr. and sorry, I'm looking for something else. I'm trying to find this screenshot so I can let you guys know exactly what church I was at last night. Okay, so yeah, it was a revival with Prophet Brian Carn Jr., which I follow him on all social medias. I've been following him for years, and he's located in I think he's from like Jacksonville, Florida, or something like that. So anyway, he was in Detroit last night. So you know, when he comes, he brings the city out. And I don't know if anybody know him or follow him. He's just down to earth. He's a younger guy, and he just tell it like it is. And he's a prophet, and most of his prophecies really be, I want to say, 98.99 accurate. Okay, it's a B. It's a B. Okay, this is why I'm gonna go in the house because I didn't know how to bring my spray shit out here. I have yard guard for bugs. This is one. And then there's bushes all around. I'm sitting on the porch. There's bushes all around here anyway. So now I have to look out for all of that. But anyway, so he was in Detroit last night at this revival. So the church he was at was called the Divine Restoration Ministries. It's on Harper Avenue in Detroit. And I had never been to this place, but it was on Harper. And I think I used to go to a step class over there before because it was like on the east. I think I used to go to a step class when my trainer was kind of moving around to different locations. She was like guest. She was like doing guest appearances at different spots over there. So I kind of was familiar with that area. So I know I've seen this church in passing. So however, it's called Divine Restoration Ministries, right? So I just feel like this because I'm going to say it. When you have someone with a platform like Brian Carn Jr., okay, his platform, More Grace, as he calls it, you should have better accommodations because when he comes to Detroit, the whole city, he brings the city out. I will say that. He brings the city out, which is what he did last night. So I called myself, okay, I knew it started at 7. I called myself, I'm up, I done dressed, I done got showered. So I get there while my HUB dropped me off. So I get there, it's about maybe 6:45. It was already packed then. So I walked in, I see the sanctuary going, they doing the thing, I see the cameras and stuff. They like, oh no, you can't go in there, you're going to have to sit out here in the lobby because the sanctuary was full. So they had all the seats lined up, like it was an auditorium, y'all. They had all the seats lined up in the lobby. They had a big projector screen for us to watch him on. So basically, I went through all of that just to go and sit down and watch him on a projector screen, like I was at a concert. And then not only that, I could have just stayed home, streamed it live, and just watched it, probably more clear than what the fuck it was. Their audio was terrible. The projector was fuzzy. It was not clear. It was blurry. I couldn't understand nothing that they were saying or singing about. Like I said, the audio was absolutely terrible. I don't know if it was too much trouble, too much bass, too much static. I don't know what was going on, but it was terrible. They need to have the words, like the captions, because I thought it was just me, but it was a lady that was sitting next to me was saying the same thing. She said, "This is terrible. I don't understand anything they're saying. I can barely hear what they're saying. I can barely hear what they're singing about because the audio was so loud, and it was almost like listening to a staticky station. You trying to like airwaves or something. It was terrible. The audio was, and yes, I'm saying it. The audio was terrible, and the vision and the projector was also terrible. Yes, I'm saying it because it was. Like I said, I could have just stayed home and streamed it live, and probably got a very more clearer perception of what I received last night. He probably didn't even know we was existing in the hallway. It was crowded. I just felt like um, they could have had better accommodations. When you have a guest speaker of that platform, which he has, come on now, they should have way more. They could have made better accommodations. That's all I'm saying. We in the damn lobby with the refreshments, which I kept looking at throughout the whole shift, because it was cakes, it was some juices that was hot, and they had like a little thing you can, if you want to buy a juice or water, you can pay for this to download this or Zelle this or whatever, email this person, however they did it, and then they come whipping out hot dogs at the end of the revival. They come out with a whole bunch of hot dogs and foil for hot dogs, for hot dog stuff. So I was done. So I didn't get a chance to go into the sanctuary until offering time. And then they had another offering towards the end of the service, I challenged everybody to give. So I went in again, and that's the only time I actually got to stand in there and really see Prophet Carn. He tapped me on the shoulder as we was all walking past, and we were giving, like a second end of the night offering, and we were giving, and all he did was he said, "Go lay it on the altar." So that's what we did. And that's when he tapped me on the shoulder, and he was talking to the people about, what's a good soul food place and stuff like that. So I did I did film some of the, the, the video from the projector screen, which is blurry. And when I tried to film when I was inside the sanctuary, another gentleman said, "I'm sorry, man, you can't film." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I put my phone away. Although on the projector, the members that was inside the sanctuary, well, we were not, they was filming all while he was out there singing, because I was watching them with their phones out. So they was filming all while he was out and about singing and shouting and doing what he does and preaching. They were filming off their phones. But when I pulled my phone out at the end of the day, mind you, it's the end of the service pretty much. He wrapping it up. I just wanted to get a picture of him to say, "Hey, I was there. I was gonna post it." Just let him know, like, "Hey, Brian Carn, I came out to support. I've been waiting on you to come to Detroit, so I'll come out and support." And no, the man was like, "No, you can't do that." I'm like, "Okay, no worries." So I put it up. I'm so bummed. I wanted to get a picture with Brian Carn so bad. Like, that's my boy. Like, I've really been following him since he had the afro. And every time he comes to Detroit, I make it my business to go see him preach if I can. If I'm not working, or if I don't have anything going on, I make it my business to go see him preach wherever church he's at, because he brings the city out. And this was back then when he used to come. I used to go see him every time he came to Detroit, especially when I knew about it. So for me to just have watched his service yesterday morning when he was saying, "I'm finna go to Detroit, y'all, da 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 da," boom, I'm there. Hello. And they just could have had better accommodations, because one of the ladies was like, "These people was showing up at 5. They the ones in there with the good seats. Us that came at like 6:40ish, we were in the lobby with the refreshments, sitting like we were in an auditorium, like some kids watching the after school special or something on a big projector, which was blurry, by the way." So like I said, they could have just did, and I do feel like they could have did Prophet Carn a little bit better. Now, I don't know his relationship with those people. I'm not going to speculate anything. I just saw the way he left. I thought the way he waved and he just walked off. I felt like, okay, they didn't really acknowledge him like they should have. He just brought the whole city out for y'all. Like, literally. I don't know how this church services go. I don't know what their accommodations are for their members here. I have never been to this church before, and I'm not knocking it by anything. I'm not knocking it. It seems to be a well put together church, a little old fashioned, but it is what it is. And I just felt like for that platform of a guest speaker, they should have had better accommodations. That's all I'm saying. Even if it was to be somewhere else, or I don't know, something. They just could have had better accommodations for that type of platform when you have a guest speaker of that platform to come out. And like I said, when he walked off, they were just like, oh yeah, okay, how about that service? Give it up for Prophet Brian Carn. I just felt like they didn't really acknowledge him to me. Like I said, I don't know his relationship with them. I don't know if that was his first time or whatever, dealing with them. I'm just going by what I observed and what I seen when I was standing in the back of the sanctuary after I gave that last offering. I said, I'm not going to go back in the hallway. I'm about to stand here because everybody was leaving anyway. I just felt like I could have just not got dressed, not, did any of that. I could have just stayed here home and just streamed it. It probably would be better anyway. So I'm going to see if I can go pull it up and see if I can watch it, rewatch the service from last night, because like I said, the audio was terrible. I mean, terrible. The projector screen was blurry, and no. The way whoever was doing it, they just, no. I'm just sorry. I'm just calling it for what it is. It just was not at all. Not at all. It was just, and nobody was happy that had to sit in the lobby with us with the refreshments. So it is what it is, and I just felt like they could have did a better job. They really could have, for real. So I'm sorry, I'm looking at the lady across the street at the other apartment getting her baby together. I be getting cold. Let me go back in, y'all. Now it's not giving warm. I guess the sun, it does make a difference, because when I peeked out earlier, the sun was shining, and I was like, okay, cool, well, I'll just come out here and do my little video today. But now that the sun is not, it's giving a little bit cooler out here. So I'm gonna go back in here for a minute. One second. Okay, y'all. So I'm back in the house. Well, in my apartment. So I got the mail too. Okay. Oh, excuse me. All right, so that's where I'm at with that. And what is he talking about? Oh wow, yeah. I'm sorry, looking at the text message. Okay. So anyway, that's where I'm at with that, y'all. Let me wash my hands. I did go outside. I just was not satisfied with that. The word was good. Now, the word was a good word, but I just wasn't satisfied with the accommodations not being met. So moving on to some, after getting a good word like that, of course, he comes, still on his tail. After getting a good word, here comes Monday's bullshit. So, I get a phone call this morning from my cardiologist because I was supposed to do a televisit, like a telephone visit. So they called me and was like, I'm showing that, your insurance is inactive since May 1st. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, well, no, I had no clue because I knew that DHS had said like they was gonna terminate my insurance because they think I make $1 billion or I'm a CEO or something, right? So I sent them over all my documentation, and I also said I was requesting a hearing because I disagree with what y'all saying. I don't make no billion. I work part time. Like, I mean, are y'all kidding me right now? Y'all want people to work, but all I'm asking for is my insurance. That's all I get from y'all. So my insurance and a bridge card, which I'm thankful for because food is high. So I mean, I'm not a CEO or none of that type of shit for y'all to be saying y'all finna cut my insurance. No, no, no. I see too many doctors, and and I get, and I do take medication, and my medication is not cheap. Therefore, I'm thankful every time I get my medication. I'm thankful every time I don't have to pay a copay or anything. I'm very grateful and thankful. That's why I'm devastated. I've never been without any insurance, and I feel like should nobody be without insurance? They should not terminate nobody's insurance. How dare they? So I don't know what this new system is it going from bad to worse because they're clueless. I went and looked online at all my documentation. It hadn't even been looked at. So y'all going on basically what a computer is generated to do is to automatic, terminate my insurance May 1st, which I requested a hearing for, sent in all my documentation. I sent that shit in last month before the time frame. It hasn't even been looked at. So y'all over here ruining my damn life right now. Literally. This is why people are dying because they have no insurance. And they can't go to emergency rooms and to urgent care because they don't have any insurance. This is why people are sick and dying. Like, come on. Make it make sense. They should never cut off nobody's insurance like that. Just no. They should at least make you pay a copay. If they feel like you're making $1 billion, okay, it's time you start paying a copay now. That's it. Okay, I might can live with that shit. But just to cut somebody cold turkey and just throw me out, just throw me over the cliff without a parachute, that's not fair. So anyway, Michigan, I'm telling you, they need to tighten up. It's just Michigan, and I'm just convinced it's just Michigan, and Michigan needs to tighten up and get their shit together. And I'm so very serious. They need to just really tighten up. They always slow and last to do shit. They the lowest paying state for everything. I mean, come the fuck on. People be looking at us like that's all y'all get. That's all y'all make. Come on now, make it make sense. Like, this shit is for the birds. I'm telling you. Let me find my win. I'm telling you, give me my wings. I'm taking it. I'm flying. I'm over Michigan. I mean that shit. I mean, that's not my president. That's y'all president. So anyway, I can't. I'm not gonna deal with that foolishness either. And I know the Lord, will make a way for me to get up out of here, so I can't leave Michigan because I don't have time for this foolishness. I really don't. So, they just slow about everything, and I'm really irritated because I have doctor's appointments coming up this week. Med refills to get. I'm already hurt because my cardiologist, of all people, I couldn't even do my visit today because I have no insurance. I see a cardiologist. That's some serious shit. That's your heart. I don't see it for fun or for kicks. That's some real. And this man be booked. He's good, but he be booked. So now, because I know the Lord going to have them reinstate my case because I've been on the phone with them most of the day. It really threw my whole day off. I was going to get up. I was going to work out and do my thing and that's and that. I did do everything else I was supposed to do today except the workout part. So when I peeped my head outside and it was sunny, I said, okay, cool. I can just go walk. I can go hit the park, do some laps, and get some type of cardio in today. But when I go outside just to do this video, it's like cold. I'll be cold. I'm anemic, y'all. That came out too. I'm now anemic. And I have on a cami up under here and this sweatshirt. See my sweatshirt? And that's what I'm looking at, Lifetime movies. And actually a coworker made me this sweatshirt. I've had it for a couple of years. It has never faded. And it was one of those Christmas, how you pick somebody's name for Christmas. And she made me this. And I thought it was just so sweet. But everybody found out who was the secret Santa. But it was a secret Santa stuff we had going on when I used to work at Michael's. And you fill out the form and you basically put down what you like to do, what drinks you like, what candy you like, and all that. When I say that little girl was spot on, she had everything down the list. And I felt bad because even though the person I got everything on the list too, but I stayed under the little budget. So a lot of stuff I really didn't get because they said the budget was like, I think $25. She spent way over $25 on me. So I ended up having to do something special for her once I found out who it was, because this alone, she brought this sweatshirt, she made it, and then when I say she was spot on, she had me a gift card, she had the candy that I like, she had my favorite pop, which is Pepsi. She was spot on, and I know she spent way over $25. But anyway, I know I just got off track, but I just want to say shout out to her, and I still have her sweatshirt. And she was a really, really, really nice young lady. She was actually a senior in high school at the time. So, yep, I still have it, and I'm still rocking, and I'm forever grateful, and I'm going to forever keep it. And it's nice and warm. So, anyway, shifting gears again. So, back to what I was saying. So, I don't know, I need to talk to maybe our governor, Gretchen, Big Gretch, and I like her. I voted for her twice. She got my vote both times, and I like her. But I need to talk to homegirl because, Michigan needs to tighten up. Michigan needs to really tighten up. Like, they just the lowest paying for unemployment. They just the lowest paying wage-wise. They just the lowest and the slowest for every fucking thing. Like, even with like benefits for like people that do receive cash assistance, or people that do receive like the bridge card, we are the lowest paying state. Everybody else get way more shit. Michigan is the bottom of the totem pole. They need to get their shit together. I mean, come on, Michigan, y'all need to really get it together. For Michigan to be as big as it was, and since I've been traveling, it's coming to find out it's other parts of Michigan that's beautiful, that I wouldn't even mind relocating to that. But the thing is, I'm still in Michigan. I'm over Michigan, period. And as soon as the Lord make a way, and make a way and a trail, I'm taking it. I'm not finna second guess it. I'm gonna pack my stuff and go, because I'm over it, and I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back to visit. I don't want to come back, God forbid, for funeral or anything like that. If I have to, I would. But when my sister left, when she left Michigan, she has not been back. God forbid she had to come back for a few funerals, and then she came back just to visit. That's cool. That's what's me. I'll come back to visit, but that's it. Now I leave, I'm out of here. It's just, I'm out of here. I'll come back and visit because my family's still here. But other than that, no. Absolutely no. Like, come on. So that's just my day today. I'm chilling out. I'm about to put this chicken on. I'm about to bake this chicken and make dinner. And like I said, I just wanted to just jump on here and let y'all know what was going on. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, like DHS, like, who are y'all helping? Like, I mean, like, it used to really be a program to help people. What has happened over the years? I look, where I work at a grocery store. So I don't make that much money. But for y'all to say I was over the little income, are you kidding me right now? I'm part-time. I am part-time at a grocery store. How much money do you think I'm really making? To where y'all just gonna cut off somebody's insurance? Oh, make it make sense. But the next person that's of not my color, they get a bridge card too, and they work there, and they full-time. And this is not just, it's a few of my coworkers there that I didn't know get bridge cards until I whipped them on and paid for their food. Paid for their groceries. And I just happened to be ringing them up at the time. Oh, damn, I didn't know you got a bridge card. Okay. Okay, that's all we doing. And they're full-time. And they've been there 100 years. So I'm quite sure they're making way more than what I'm making now. I only been there since December. Make it make sense. Okay? This is just something just for the time being. This is not nothing longevity for me, because they don't have good benefits at all for part-time or to me or for full-time people. I am big on benefits. Whether I'm part-time or not or full-time, I want benefits, to some benefit, if that makes sense. So, no, I don't really want to work full-time anymore. I'd rather work part-time because I'm trying to do other things. That's why. And I don't want my days tied up and being concreted. No, I want to be on a set schedule. Where I'm at now is all over the place, and I don't like stuff that's all over the place. I like a consistency. I would like to be on the same schedule if I can, the same days. And I would like to go back to having my weekends off if that's too much to ask, And I just would like to be on the same, weekly, I would like to get paid every week. So yeah, I don't think that's too much to ask. And I feel like all employees should pay every week because it's tight out here, and everybody can't always stretch it to the next 2 weeks. That's a long time. So I feel like a lot of these companies need to tighten up and start paying every week. That's just how I feel for real. I don't give a damn what it is. Y'all need to start paying every 2 weeks. I mean every week. Not every 2 weeks, every week. These employees need to start paying people every fucking week. This some bullshit. And yes, I said it because that's just how I'm feeling today. So anyway, it is 3:15, so I'm getting ready to put this chicken on. I seasoned it this morning. Since I don't have any flour, I'm just gonna bake it. And I'll bake it, put some onion stuff on it. Anyway, I'm about to put this chicken on and just chill out and finish watching my Element movie that I was watching. But I did just want to jump on here and let y'all know about this revival yesterday that I went to. I mean, the word was good, like I said, but I just wanted y'all to know about this revival from yesterday and then this bullshit today that done threw my whole day off. So I enjoyed my off day yesterday, and then today, I'm off. And then I work all the way through. I'm even working Mother's Day, okay? And they gonna have to stop that shit too, But anyway, I'm working Mother's Day as well. So, with that being said, I don't know, I got irritated with these workers. I've been on the phone all day, y'all, with these workers. Being on hold for a billion years. Waiting till they call you back 82 calls later. Like, 3 times today, I've been on the phone with them. Just for them to say, well, you're going to have to just wait until we contact you. And when is that going to be? I have doctor's appointments this week. Make it make sense. So anyway, trying to think what else. Because, I said I got that good word, and here come this bullshit. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do it. I'm standing strong on that word. It was a good word last night. I am glad I was in the midst of the atmosphere of it. I would have liked more if I could have got a picture with Prophet Brian Carn Jr. I would have loved that. I would have been floored, y'all. I've been so geeked. But who's to say I might go to Jacksonville, Florida, just to go to his church, and visit. You never know. It'd be nice to go there, and to visit. So anyway, I just don't want to get on a plane. But anyway, right now. So what else? I would tell you about my neighbors was at it again. But we have him on video throwing trash over the wall. And I sent it over to management. Yes, I did. And they emailed me back today and said, thank you for the video. They said we're going to issue them a lease violation. And they say if we get any more complaints from them. So apparently it may not just be me. It may not just be me complaining about them. She said if we get any more complaints. She didn't just say from me. She said if we get any more complaints from other tenants, we're going to issue them eviction notice because enough is enough. So apparently, it's not just me. It's just that other people don't have to hear the bullshit like we do because they right across the hall. And they irritating as fuck. I was on the phone with the worker this morning. I was cleaning the oven out, just doing kitchen stuff. And I had her on speaker. He come in at the back door, and I had this, where the kitchen is. And the back door is, he come in there making all that noise. Mind you, my door was closed, but I'm in the kitchen. And I know she probably heard that. I had to run out the kitchen like a little kid running with candy. I had to run out, literally bolt out the kitchen because I didn't want the lady at the time, the worker I was on the phone with, to hear all that foolishness. He coming in the door, making all that noise, slamming the door. Why do you have to come in and make an entrance? You just can't come in the door and just go into your apartment. You gotta come in and oh yeah. I mean, he just come in, he just be being belligerent. You just can't come in and just walk in the door and just say, hey, sweetie, I'm home. Whatever y'all call each other. Freaking frack. I don't really care. Stepping and fletching. But whatever, you just can't come in the door and do that. You gotta come in and I mean, and I'm not exaggerating. Like, you just gotta come in making all that fucking noise, dude, and you slamming the door. I'm so over it. Irritating. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Like, share, and comment on my page. And let me know what y'all think and what y'all opinions are. Just let me know. You know, am I just overdoing it with these neighbors? Or am I doing the right thing with these neighbors? Because it is what it is. You want to keep doing dumb shit? They want us to send you proof, so now I'm sending y'all proof. You throwing trash over the wall. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You can't walk around and throw the trash in the dumpster that's right behind the unit. You throwing the trash over the goddamn wall in the middle of the alley, which the doctor's office, somebody from there picked it up. Also, they made a complaint before about the tenants here throwing trash into their dumpster. So they sent a massive email out. That's not their dumpster. The dumpster for this unit is across the alley. It's not the doctor's office dumpster. So they must have said something obviously before. Here you are throwing trash over the wall. Why are you doing that? Because you do what you want to do, right? And nobody never say shit. That's why. Not on my watch. That's just my 2 cents. Peace.